Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Juvo Hub podcast. I am Jonathan Sarr. This is where learning leads. Thank you for being part of this show. We work diligently to provide educational sessions, shows, episodes for all of you. If you have any topics you would love for us to address, or if you'd like to be on the show, feel free to reach out to me, connect with me on LinkedIn. We would love to have you. Today, we are talking about hybrid teams, remote teams. What is the best way to manage and care for the needs of those teams? So our objectives, the takeaways we want to come out of this episode is understanding the dynamics that come with managing a remote team. What is happening on both sides of that video conference camera? What can be done to improve our communication style so that those interactions are beneficial, they're efficient, and that the person that is under our care feels like they are part of the team. Being remote can be very lonely. You may have some on your team that have little interaction with people around them. Or if you think of this scenario of corporate and property, I'm the regional or I'm the director of something and I'm communicating with a staff member on a property. Maybe we've never met in person before. In those challenges, whether it's a lack of having people around us or not having that opportunity for that one-on-one session, can create its own challenges. So what can we do, whatever those challenges are with dealing with a remote environment? How can we improve? Number one, don't let technology take over the people part. Now, you may be saying, well, that's what we have. Like you're listening to this show, it's on technology. You and I are not in the same room. And that's true. We are using things like Zoom or Teams or WhatsApp or Slack or any of those tools in order to communicate with our team. But there needs to be that methodology that increases our way to engage people. So I'll give you a couple of scenarios that might help with the example. So you're one-on-one with someone and you have a big group of people. Now just think of the social atmosphere that typically takes place. You may be conducting a meeting. You may be part of a meeting. And in that session, there is a clear agenda and who's participating and who's in listening mode. Now, in that in-person related session, that does come to a conclusion. And what naturally happens in most cases is that there is a measure of engagement after the event is over. What does that do? It's just simple. It's just being human. We go up, say, hey, nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. For the person who was the trainer, thank you. Nice material. I had a question about one of these points. If you're the trainer, you're wanting to get to know your students, or you're the regional. Oh, hey, I haven't met you before. Nice to see you. How was the drive in? These are just natural things that happen. And they are connection points for us with our team. Now, if the only option is a technology solution, and we just say, thank you, the meeting is over, concluded, well, we've just lost all of those other items if we cut that interaction off. So one of my tips I'd share is what can you do on a one-on-one? What happens on a one-on-one? Are you having one-on-ones? Do you schedule those 10 to 15 minute calls with those that you don't get to interact with? Are they just shop talk? Or are they, hey, just checking in? How's everything going? How is the work schedule? How are you coping with this change? How's it going with the new VP, with the new manager? Just in general questions. How did you like that training session? Anything you can share as feedback. Those are excellent opportunities to successfully manage and care for the needs of a remote or a hybrid team. And then there's other little things, other little technology solutions that are out there to kind of keep the team engaged. I've heard from some companies where they have a no work chat. It's just an open forum for kudos and attaboys and pictures and things along that line that help create more of a social atmosphere for their team. Better communication. So in an in-person environment, some communication maybe it's inferred because you're able to observe more. You see more. You see this group of people working together. You see this happen. In a remote scenario, that's not the case. So communication has to take either a different form or go to a different level in order for those teammates to feel part of the team, part of the solution. So think about your communication habits. You can get into the rut of, okay, I just got to get this meeting over and done with, and then that's it. I'm done for the day. And then you cut it off. Could you take a minute at the end of that meeting and change just that one habit? At the end of that meeting, can you take a few minutes and just have that chit chat with the team and check in on them? How are they doing? But you analyze you. I'm analyzing me. I think about it all the time. I deal with a lot of remote people, and it's a lot of work, but it's for them. It's not for me. The benefit that I get is knowing that they feel comfortable with what their work assignment is, that they feel comfortable to come to me with problems, that there's an open line of communication. And that's the critical part. If your team members feel that there is an open line of communication, then you're on the right track. If the perception is that it's very guarded, that it's very structured, and that there's no room for those one-on-ones or additional needs, then this is good education, good reminders for all of us. So take a look at your process, identify, even if you feel something is going really well, is there just another level that you can take it to? By following some of these thought processes when it comes to caring for the needs of our team, we're going to take it to another level. That's the goal. Take care of your people. Jonathan Saar, the Juvo Hub podcast, where learning leads. Take care.